Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. Today, in Little Sins, I have two words, apathy and indifference. Now, they do mean different things, but the concept behind them is the same. Apathy means an absent or suppression of passion, emotion, excitement, or an insensibility to suffering. Indifference is a lack of interest or concern. Now, what causes apathy and indifference? Well, the first is painful circumstances. Something happens to us and we don't like the pain, so we numb ourselves to the pain. We don't want to handle the pain. We don't want to deal with it. And so whenever the topic comes up and we're like, who cares? It doesn't matter. No big deal. And unfortunately, we feel that way towards others who go through the same thing that we did. We feel the same way. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's no big deal. I dealt with it. You can deal with it. Another thing that causes apathy and indifference, is frustration. I've had enough. I've dealt with this for too long. I've done this over and over and over again. Nothing changes. Nothing's going to change in my family, in my church, at my job. So I'm just not going to care anymore. And a lot of people go through that. There's also what causes is a feeling of hopelessness. It's kind of the same idea as I just described. You're doing the same thing over and over and over, and just like, I'm just not getting free. I'm just not breaking free of this, and I can't do anything. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. It's hopeless. It's useless. I'm just going to bow out, and you become indifferent to whatever's going on. It's like, again, it's just an attitude of who cares? What difference does it make? We become apathetic and indifferent when we feel what happens to others is something they deserve. Now, unfortunately, this world calls it karma. The Bible calls it reaping what you sow. And we can look at it and say, I don't care if that happened to you. You did something you shouldn't have done, and you deserve everything that happens to you. So I have no pity for you. And you're just going to have to deal with it on your own. Another cause of apathy or indifference is a stale or stagnant service. And what I mean by that, so you continually do the same things over and over, and you become complacent in it, especially at church. When you're at church and you're doing the same things over and over and over again, you don't even think about it, you just do it. You're not doing it for God anymore, you're just doing it because it's something you always do. We become apathetic to even serving God. And that's a very, very dangerous and bad place to be. So why is it a sin? One, it turns us away from the needs of others. You can consult 1 Samuel 25, 9 through 11, or James 2, 15 to 16 as a reference. We don't care what happens to others, so we don't want to help anybody. We see someone in need, and we go, oh, that's too bad, and we move on, as if that person doesn't even exist. It's a sin because it blinds us to God's purposes. And immediately to me, Jonah comes to mind. He doesn't care what happens to Nineveh, and he tries to get away. Now, there are other circumstances, but to me, he's an apathetic character. And if you read all of Jonah, it's only 4 chapters, you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about. But God has a purpose and plan for us, and he has work for us to do. And if we're apathetic and indifferent, we just don't care that God has work for us to do. And God is the one who tells us what to do. Another reason it's a sin is it's all service and no heart. And what I mean by that, you just go through the motions, as I've described already. All right, Sunday you sit in church, you sing, you give to the offering, you hear the message, and you leave as if you weren't even there. And you become the church of Laodicea, really. Read Revelation for the church of Laodicea. So, Revelation 3, as a matter of fact. So, what do we do about it? First, we remember that God cares about you enough, even though he doesn't have to. God does care about you. He could be indifferent to us. He could have left us on our own and not given us any direction at all, but he loves us and he wants what's best for us. Psalm 8, 4 to 6, and Matthew 10, 29 to 31. We are commanded to be like him. He cares for others. And so we are to care for others. And if we're going to be like him, we cannot be apathetic or indifferent. And of course, I'm going to bring this up a lot in this series. The golden rule: do to others as you would have them do to you. You want people to be indifferent to you, be indifferent to people. And pretty soon, they will be indifferent to you. And serve with purpose, heart, and joy. Matthew 28:19-20. When you serve God, give it all you have. Put your whole heart, mind, soul, and strength into it, because you're serving someone who loves you so much that he died for you. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.